Hi, everyone. Radical Gardener here. So, what's it been? 3 months? It's been a long time. Um, I've been thinking about when I first started my channel, I was so into it. Actually, it was an artistic project for me. I loved walking around in my yard and taking, pictures of my vegetables. And, remember, I started out as doing a lot of prep tips. If you lived in a small place, you lived in the city, what could you do to be prepared in case there was an emergency? So, every day I had something I wanted to talk about. And then things really began to slow down when we moved to Florida. Joe got sick, and I just never could get my groove back. And every day I tell myself, oh, I should put a TikTok video up, or I should, post something on Instagram, or I should make a YouTube video. And I have to honestly say that and I don't like admitting this, but I really have been in a funk for a long time. And it started with Joe dying, and because I was in survival mode, moving from here to there, selling my house, doing this, everything was on the fast track. I didn't get to really grieve anything. I didn't grieve leaving Florida. I didn't grieve that I had to give two of my cats away. I didn't grieve that I lost my dog. I didn't grieve that I had to give Larry away. I didn't grieve. I mean, there was so much stuff. And so just finding the motivation to do something other than survive has been really difficult. And I've got to snap out of it. This is something I enjoy doing. I built relationships on this channel. I've met people that are going to be long life friends, from being on this channel, and the way that I connected with other people that had channels. It was just such a positive thing. And I know, social media is really important. And, for someone, let's just say me, I'm not getting out a lot. I'm teaching at home. My hip is still really sore, so I'm not that excited about going out and running around because, it's not as easy to get around as it was. I'm not a cripple by any means, but, it's like when something hurts, you don't want to, oh, I think I'll just go do this. So I've been doing the artist way, snapping myself out of it. It's maybe one of the most important books I've ever done. And a lot of you will know about this book. It's been around since the 90s. And the first time I did it was in the 90s. And it changed the direction of my life. I've never been one to believe in self-help books. They just bother me, and they seem to skim along the surface. But this book is such a major, just has been such a major influence in my life. And this is the fourth time I'm doing it. Now, everyone else I've talked to that's actually done this book has said exactly the same thing I'm saying to you today, is that when they did the artist way, it completely changed their life. And what it does is it's very subtle, but it unblocks your blocks. And it's by writing every morning. You just write what's called morning pages. And that's all you do. Just write. You just write. And it's just garbage. I have to go to the store today, and I can't believe I have to clean the house. And it's that kind of writing. And every once in a while, some kind of wonderful thing pops through, but basically not. And then there's exercises you can do. One of the things you do is you take yourself out on a date every week. That just means you can go to get a cup of coffee, but you just take yourself and nobody else, and you go and do something that is just for you. You're just spoiling yourself. So that's kind of the basis of it. Julia Cameron wrote it, and she at one time was either married to Martin Scorsese or the girlfriend of, but she runs in pretty heady circles, as far as, you know, just being a creative artist. She's a playwright and a writer and what have you. So she had these little programs she would do, would unblock people's creative blocks, and just if they were stuck. And then someone encouraged her to write a book, and she did. And so this is the book that I'm referring to. So it's called The Artist Way. Highly recommend it if you're feeling stuck. Highly recommend it. So that's just take me back to what I started saying in the beginning of this video, is that sitting down and just doing a video, it just seemed insurmountable, just a lot of energy. And, you know, what am I going to talk about? And, you know, I don't have my garden anymore. And, you know, I don't have any of my gardens anymore. And, you know, and that's, you know, I just found that really depressing. And I'm not depressed. That's the thing. This is all stuff that I didn't have time to truly let go of, right? Like, you know, I miss my gardens. You know, I didn't even take time to miss them. So I'm just in the process now of shaking things loose. And please let me know, are you going through the same thing? I know a lot of us are feeling very odd right now. So I think alongside kind of this little existential crisis I had going on, there's also what's going on on the planet. And I'm not going to talk about bridges collapsing and tornadoes and, you know, CERN and all that stuff. But it feels like, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And then I checked in with all my friends, and they're feeling the same way. And then let me know if you're feeling this way. But the way that I'm feeling is that, and this is hard to put into words, is that we are living in our universe, and there are parallel universes that go on at the exact same time. So I believe I'm living in a multiverse. So I may be in one of my lives, I might be still singing in a band, or maybe in another one, Joe's still alive and Joe and I are together, or maybe in another one, I'm running a pet center, or who knows, you know, but in each life, there are different experiences going on. And it feels like in the last 2 weeks, maybe 3, that these parallel universes are blurring in a way. So it's not like I feel like I'm moving somewhere, but what I am experiencing is that I feel tired. I've talked to so many people that feel tired, and I think it's because of shift of energy, and our body's trying to take it on. And that means that we're bumping up to a different frequency. Not everybody is, but everybody I know, friends, they are, because we're on kind of the same frequencies, right? I mean, kind of frequency attracts frequency. So, but we're all feeling tired, and we're all sleeping a lot. So that's unusual, because I like to check in with my friends and people around me and go, you know, are you going through this? Are you feeling this? And they, yeah, I am feeling that. I am going through that. So that's number one. The other thing is, I feel like, very difficult to put into words, like I'm phasing in and out. So it's almost like the edges of my essence are softer or dissipating, or I don't know, there's not really a word for it. And, you know, be it sound crazy, but it isn't. So I check in with all my friends. Are you kind of feeling like this? And so we discuss it, and we're finding the right words for it. And yes, we are feeling that. We're feeling like we're kind of phasing, you know, like I'm here, I know what I'm doing. And the next moment, I can't remember any words that I actually need for a sentence, you know? So it's this thing where I'm really in it, and then I'm not in it. So that's going on. You know, I'm just feeling edgy, like I want to go live in the middle of the woods and be by myself, which is not a good idea. But that's just these thoughts that I get, right? And I go, no, no, sit still. You're teaching. You know, I have like 20 voice students now, which is really great. You know, I've got this cute little house that I'm living in. Just sit still and don't move. But there's something about the energy that's making me feel really unsettled. I'm just choosing now not to act on it, right? So that's kind of a lot of the things that, you know, I've been dealing with, and really do apologize for not checking in and doing these videos. Not that your life is, you know, any better or worse for my videos being posted, but I kind of feel a responsibility for people that are subscribed and people that I have connected with and had relationships with, that, you know, I just kind of dropped the ball and it doesn't feel right. So I'm really going to make a concerted effort to do this daily. I definitely have the time. Now it's just about believing that I have something you want to hear about, that, you know, you know, that maybe you will look forward to us sharing these different feelings and these ideas that I have. I'm reading some really great books I'd love to share with you. You know how much I love to read. And the really good news is that I am going to start a garden, but I'm going to do the garden on my front porch. And the reason for that is that, you know, a lot of parents bring their kids here, and I'm going to create like this incredible oasis that they can sit and on my front porch and look at all kinds of flowers and herbs, and I'm going to grow vegetables, and I'm going to do it on my front porch. I have a really big front porch, and it's covered. And you know, it's like an old-fashioned porch. It's a great porch. So we're going to start putting that together on Monday, and I'll film that. But you know, I'm going to, you know, invest in another raised bed. You know, I have my raised beds, and then I leave them wherever I was living. So I'm going to maybe do 2 raised beds, but start with 1. I am going to go to the buckets, you know, where I drill the buckets and I fill them up with, you know, put cheesecloth so that the soil doesn't come out the sides of where I've drilled the holes. But I'm going to do buckets and pots. And then I also have some window boxes that are already on my porch that I'll grow herbs, and you know, I'm just going to plant lots of flowers and what have you. And at least, you know, again, show that, number one, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it because I just want my hands in dirt. They haven't been in dirt for over a year, and it's really the essence of who I am. So, and I need the creative outlet. I really need it, and I need to be connected to nature somehow, even though it might be nature I'm creating on my front porch. So I'm going to, you know, take this on as a daily project, and just make myself happier, you know. And I mean, I have a beautiful wicker chair out there. It's just not getting used. We're putting up a gate so Minky can be up there, be out there on the porch with me. I don't have to worry about her going and running out in the middle of the road. So anyway, yeah, so here I am, just getting caught up. You want to see Minky? She's laying next to me. Come here, sweetheart. She's the cutest dog in the whole world. Are you the cutest dog? Look at her hair. It's all messed up. Hey, Minky. Isn't she the best? She's so cute. She had a birthday. She had a little party hat on and a tiny birthday cake. It was so cute. Look at Minky. Our hair kind of matches, huh? You sweet dog. She's such a love. You know, my cat Macaroni is losing weight. I don't think Mac's going to be around much longer. Yep. So, all right, you guys. It's nice taking a moment and connecting with you. You know, let me know how things are going for you and or with you. And thanks for your patience. Thanks for not giving up on me. Of course, and maybe you have. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, from my garden to yours, and I'm really going to have one. From my garden to yours, may your garden always grow. I'm sending you a ton of love. Okay? Bye.